welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about why you should do a Candida cleanse. So, as some of you may know, I suffer from Candida. I've been doing a cleanse for about 6 months now, and while I don't necessarily recommend doing a cleanse for 6 months for everybody, I do think that everyone can benefit from a cleanse, and here's why. One, because I think the average American diet, or maybe even Western diet, is so heavily into processed foods and sugars that everyone could really benefit from doing a gut healing cleanse. So that's one reason. And secondly, it's because that most Western cultures don't actually participate in any kind of parasite cleanse at all, when in a lot of other kinds of other cultures and like more Eastern cultures and stuff, people participate in parasite cleanses regularly, like once to twice a year, and that's just a common practice. So I don't really know when we lost that, but I do think that it's something that people should go back to, because it's highly beneficial for your gut and to do a bunch of resetting in that kind of way. So those are the two reasons why I think everyone can benefit from a cleanse. And I kind of want to talk about why and how specifically to do so. So in addition to just not really cleansing ourselves in a proper kind of way, I also think that many people do have the symptoms that would fall under Candida, and the symptoms would be like weight loss, weight gain, rapid weight loss or weight gain, brain fog, poor digestion, trouble concentrating, tiredness, fatigue, headaches, and high sugar and carb cravings. So a lot of that may just be kind of written off as, oh, that's kind of a normal thing that a lot of people are dealing with, and maybe it's adrenal fatigue, and maybe it's your hormones. Candida kind of encompasses all of those things. Like if you have a hormone imbalance, it may be because you have an imbalance of Candida that's causing that, and you have an inability to heal because of your gut health. So some of you may know Candida exists in in your body always. So Candida exists in your body always, and whether you have an imbalance kind of goes to if you have the right level of IgA or IgM strains in your body. So if someone with an overgrowth, you could have a little bit of each of those things or one of those things, and it causes all of the symptoms that I just mentioned. So it's pretty serious stuff, and I do think that with the average Western diet that anyone could really benefit from just doing a total reset, and maybe that's just kicking your sugar habit, but either way, I do have some ideas for those of you who are interested in doing that. So the first step in doing a Candida cleanse, after realizing why you should do it and why, how much that could benefit your health, would be to prepare. So a lot of what Candida is about is the Candida diet. Now I'm a vegan, so I like to do a vegan version of the Candida diet. So to prepare, I would suggest buying lots of vegetables, cruciferous vegetables specifically, like broccoli, bok choy, collard greens, kale, that kind of thing, and integrating those mainly as your main source of nutrition throughout your cleanse. And then maybe integrating some fruit depending on the length of your cleanse. Now I think that a good place to start with doing some kind of a cleanse or reset like this would be about a week. If you feel like doing longer and it's working for you, maybe do a little bit longer. I would suggest a week for everyone, and then if you're really serious and this is something that's really in alignment with what you think you should be doing, then I would really suggest 1 to 2 months in order to really reset your gut. And then if you have further issues, like someone like me, for example, it's kind of just all about listening to your body and deciding for yourself how long that should be. So for me, right now I'm at 6 months, and I feel like I should go for a little bit longer, but I'm almost there. So that's kind of like a timeline for you. But in terms of the food, in addition to the vegetables, I would also suggest non-moldy nuts such as pecans and almonds, especially for the vegan version of this. And then kind of any other foods that aren't in the category of moldy foods, fruits, sugars, carbohydrates, in any form, cheese, dairy, that kind of thing. So anything you can kind of mix up with those options would be the way to go. And then aside from those specific foods, if there are any foods that you are particularly sensitive to, like you realize like, oh, after I eat gluten, even though carbs not allowed, but just for an example, I feel really bloated and doesn't really settle with me, any foods like that are to be avoided during a cleanse of any time, because you're really resetting your whole gut, and that can just cause an influx of inflammation. So that's another great thing to do for that. And then just aside from food, to do a cleanse, you really need to integrate some kind of antifungals and probiotics. So whenever you're doing an antifungal, you need to pair it with a probiotic of any sort, even if that's like acne medication or anything like that, you need to take a probiotic. That's something I learned the hard way. So 100% need a probiotic. I would suggest 10 billion plus. Really great brands are Garden of Life and Mega Foods. That's the ones that I use. And then in terms of antifungals, I found that things like rosemary, oregano, and especially pine bark work the best. I started off by using some kind of mix that I got from a naturopath, but I have switched over more recently to a very strong version of pine bark, which is supposed to be, based on my research and some other people that I work with, pine bark is the most effective in taking any kind of parasites out of your system. So those are the 3 types of antifungals. Do not use them all together. I say pine bark separate, and then the other 2 good mixes that you find at like a local health food store would be great. But definitely the food, the supplements, and the reasoning for it. So that's why you can benefit from a Candida Cleanse. I know I've lost 30 pounds since I started. My bloating significantly gone down, even though it's not perfect yet. And just in general, I feel a lot better. So I would suggest trying it. If you have any experience with cleanses, you know that can be a really emotional, spiritual, and physical thing, and it's great for your body to do every once in a while. So let me know in the comments if you guys do it. And I also do a coaching program, so if you're interested in this for long term, you could definitely send me an email, talk to me on social media, and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.